Chōshi Electric Railway Line. The Chōshi Electric Railway Line Yaozai Dian Kaitai Dao Zion, Chōshi Denki Tetsudō-sen is a 6.4 km long railway line operated by the privately owned Chōshi Electric Railway between Chōshi and Tokawa stations in Chiba Prefecture. It is the Chōshi Electric Railway's only line and is facing declining ridership. The company ventured into selling nure-senbei moist senbei rice crackers to subsidize its operations, and the profits from confectionery sales are now double those from its railway operations. Service pattern. All trains stop at all stations, with trains passing on the single line at Kasagami-Kurohi Station. Since 21 November 2013, 1 train per hour runs during the daytime. Previously, 2 to 3 trains operated per hour throughout the day. In the past, 2 or 3 car formations were operated on New Year's Day to transport passengers to see the first sunrise of the year at the popular coastal viewing point in Inubasaki. Stations. Rolling stock. 2000 series 2-car e-musics 2, since 24 July 2010. Former EO Railway 800 series, originally KO Corporation 2010 series, built in 1962, WikipediaReader. 3000 series 2-car EMU since 26 March 2016. Former EO Railway 700 series, originally KO 5000 series. Tokai 3 electric locomotive, built in 1922 by AEG in Germany, based at Nakanocho Depot. In 2007, it was announced that former KO 3000 series stainless steel EMUs converted to 2-car sets would be purchased to replace the 3 vintage 700 and 800 series cars still in operation. This plan was, however, cancelled due to the cost of converting the 1500 VDC cars. Instead, 2 pairs of former EO Railway 800 series EMU cars were purchased in 2009. And these entered service in July 2010 following conversion work, becoming the 2000 series. In September 2015, a 2-car 700 series EMU was purchased from the EO Railway for 1.3 million yen. The train entered service on the line in March 2016, following repainting into a 2-tone blue livery. Past rolling stock. 0-60T steam locomotives 1 and 2, former JNR 1102 and 1107 Chōshi Sightseeing Railway, December 1913 November 1917. Row 1 Row Ha 1 Ha 1 Ha Nai 1 4-wheel coaches Chōshi Sightseeing Railway, December 1913 November 1917. Ha Fu 1 and Ha Fu 2 non-powered trailer cars, withdrawn in September 1978 and cut up in 1979. 100 series EMU car de Ha 101, built 1939, withdrawn in 1999, and scrapped in September 2009. 200 series EMU car de Ha 201, former Kaizemo Nai 7, built in 1925, operated from 1949 until 1978, and officially withdrawn in 1979. 300 series EMU car, de Ha 301, former Tsurumi Rinko Railway Mo Ha 115, built in 1930, operated from 1951, withdrawn in 2008, scrapped in October 2009. 500 series EMU car de Ha 501, former Utakatsu Moha 2321, built in 1939, operated from 1972, later sectioned at Inubo Station, and cut up on site in July 2012. 700 series EMU car de Ha 701, former Omi Railway Moha 50, built in 1942, withdrawn in September 2010. 700 series EMU car de Ha 702, former Omi Railway Moha 50, built 1942, withdrawn in January 2010. 800 series EMU car de Ha 801, former EO Railway Moha 106, built in 1950, withdrawn in September 2010. U101 open car, former WAMU 80,000 freight car number WAMU 183,983, built in 1969, operated from 4 August 1985, but taken out of service since 2004 due to safety regulations and stored first at Tokawa Station and then at Kasagami-Kure. 1000 series EMU Car 1001 former TRTA 2000 series built in 1960, withdrawn in February 2016. 1000 series EMU Car 1002 former TRTA 2000 series built in 1959, withdrawn in February 2015. History. Chōshi Sightseeing Railway 1913–1917. The predecessor to the present-day line opened on 28 December 1913 as the Chōshi Sightseeing Railway Yaozai Yulan Taidao Chōshi Yurin Tetsudo, operating a distance of 5.9 km between Chōshi and Inubo using steam haulage. The 1067 mm3 FT6 gauge line was laid by a team of 235 Army engineers in just 11 days. There were 4 intermediate stations at Nakanacho, Kanen, Moto Chōshi, and Ashikajima, and by 1914, 8 return services operated daily, with journeys taking 23 minutes. The line used 2 former JNR 0-60T steam locomotives built by Nasmith. These were numbered 1 and 2 former JNR numbers 1102 and 1107 respectively. Faced with poor ridership figures and increases in material costs caused by the outset of the First World War, the operating company announced its intention to close the line and sell off the infrastructure. This was met with violent protests from local residents, which resulted in the arrest of 3 people, recorded as the first public protest against railway closure plans in Japan. Despite the protests, the railway company terminated services on the line from the afternoon of 20 November 1917 and formally closed the line as of 30 November. The line's track was converted to a dedicated bus route, but the station buildings remained intact. The 2 steam locomotives, 1 and 2, were sold to Yawata Steel Works, where they were renumbered 200 and 201 and operated until after the Second World War. The line's 4 passenger coaches were sold to the Riku Railway, now part of the JR Gono Line, in Aomori Prefecture, ultimately becoming numbers Rho 790, Ha 2555, Ha 2556, and Ha 3680 in JNR days. Chōshi Railway 1922–1948. On 10 October 1922, the Chōshi Railway Company Yaozai Taidaojushi Huishi, Chōshi Tetsudo Kabashikigation was formed, and the line was reopened from 5 July 1923 using the former Chōshi Sightseeing Railway track and structures between Chōshi and Inubo stations, with an extension south to Tokawa. Rolling stock consisted of 2 petrol-engined locomotives and 2 two-axle carriages. The locomotives proved unreliable, however, and the line was electrified at 600 VDC from 1 July 1925, with a fleet of 3 electric cars purchased from the former Ina Electric Railway Inadai Taidao, Ina Denki Tetsudō present-day JR-Ida line. Services on the line were suspended from 20 July 1945 following air raid damage. A C-class steam tank locomotive was borrowed from JNR to resume operations on the line from December 1945, and electric train operations resumed from 4 April 1946. Chōshi Electric Railway 1948. On 20 August 1948, the operating company was renamed Chōshi Electric Railway Yaozai Yulan Taidao Chōshi Denki Tetsudō. In 1956, a private track was laid directly from Chōshi Station to the nearby Yamasa soy sauce factory, which virtually eliminated freight operations handled by the Chōshi Electric Railway. In 1963, a decision was made to close the line, but this decision was overturned following opposition from the local communities and funding from Chōshi City. To the present day, the line is largely subsidized by Chiba Prefecture and Chōshi City. What is more, this company was invested by Chiba Katsu, which is an affiliated company of Kaisei Electric Railway. Freight operations on the line were discontinued from 1 February 1984. From 1 April 1995, operations on the line switched to one-man driver-only operation. From 21 November 2013, services were cut back from 2 trains per hour to 1 train per hour during the daytime. In 2019, the company announced the production of a movie called Don't Stop the Train. The cursed 6.4 km Dian Chiwojai Maruna, Chu Ina 6.4 km, Densha Wotomruna, Noroi no 6.4 km. The 84-minute-long horror comedy is set on the Chōshi Electric Railway Line and was first shown in cinemas in 2020. As a response to the COVID-19 pandemic starting in early 2020 and the associated dramatic decline in passenger numbers, the company has started to produce and publish short videos about the railway on YouTube. The channel is called Chōshi Electric Railway Fierce Channel Yaozai Dian Taijai Tsurachianaru, Chōshi Dentetsu Gekitsura Chanaru, and contains videos about various places on and around the railway, such as the railway shed, the main office and various stations along the line. The videos often feature different staff members, mainly Ketsuki Takemoto CEO, Riho Sodayama conductor, and more recently also Kazuki Fukushima, a young station attendant. Accidents. A head-on collision occurred in June 1995 north of Kasagami-Kurohi Station between Daha 701 on a down Tokawa bound service and Daha 1001 on an up Chōshi bound service. Both cars sustained front-end damage. Daha 701 was returned to service in April 1996 following repairs and repainting back into the standard livery of dark brown and red. On 11 January 2014 at 8:19, 2000 Series 2-car Emu Set 2002 from Tokawa to Chōshi derailed on points on the approach to Kasagami-Kurohi Station. 2 of the train's bogies were derailed, but the train remained upright and none of the 9 passengers on board was injured. Passenger statistics. The annual passenger statistics for past years are as shown below. In popular culture, Tokawa Station on the line was used as a filming location for the 1985 NHK TV drama series Miyatsukoshi Linksukoshi. The line formed the backdrop for the 2015 novel Tamashibai, Chōshi Dentetsu no Chisa na Kaisuki Tamashibai Yaozai Diantai no Zaio Sanokaijai written by Midori Yoshino. The book was made into a film titled Tamashibai Yaozai Diantai no Zaio Sanokaijai, scheduled to be released in Japan in 2017.